about solving one-step equations. What we want to do is the objective, what we're trying to get done, is to get x, or the variable that we're using, all by itself. So what we have to do is we have to get everything else that's around the variable away and over to the other side. Remember the golden rule of algebra. What you do to one side, you must do to the other side. Solving an equation is kind of like peeling an onion. If you have an onion, kind of like this, and you cut it down the center and look at the inside, it looks like this. It has layers. So we want to use that as a model to help us to do every step in the right order in solving these equations. So the center of our onion is going to be our variable. And then I draw my layers. Now, also when we're talking about an equation, the equal sign divides the equation into two parts. Since we don't have any variables on our right side, then I'm only going to draw my onion on the left side. And I want to start peeling the outer layers off first. And the way I peel those outer layers off is by using the inverse operation, or the opposite operation of what's going on. So let's just look at this problem here. I've got 54 and x being added together. Remember that the sign that's in front of the number goes with the number. So since we don't see a sign in front of 54, that means it is positive. So since it's positive, that means it's being added to the left side of the equation. So I want to do the opposite of adding, and I want to subtract 54. What I do to one side, I must do to the other side. Make a nice little line like that, and whatever's left, bring it down. The 54's over here on the left side went away, because 54 minus 54 gets you 0. So now bring down my x, it's still there. There's my equal sign, and then 98 minus 54. So 98 minus 54 is 44. So x equals 44. Let's try another one. Here, the center of our onion is the E. And so I want to peel off the outer layers first. So I have a minus 43. The opposite of minus is add, so I'm going to add 43 to both sides. This goes away, bring my line down, and bring everything that's left back down. E equals then negative 45 plus 43. Negative 2. So E equals negative 2. Number 3. Here we just change the side. Now on the right side of my equal sign I have the variable, but still the same game. Here's the center. Let's peel off the outer layers. I have a minus 14, so let's add 14 to both sides. Bring everything else that's left back down. W equals negative 27 plus 14. Negative 13. W equals negative 13. Now one more that's a little bit of a challenge. We have the same thing as the previous one, that the variable's on the right side of the equal sign. However, we have something different over here. We have this minus 31 plus 219. Whenever you have on one side of the equal sign what we call like terms. Like terms are either constants, which these are constants, they're numbers without variables, or if they have variables, they have to have the exact same variable with the exact same power. You always want to combine your like terms when they're on the same side of the equal sign. So our first step here is going to be to combine our like terms. Negative 31 plus 219. And I get 188. So I simplify, rewrite the entire equation. 328 equals z plus 188. Now I have the center of my onion here. Peel off the outside layers. 188 is being added, so I subtract 188 from both sides. It goes away from the right, and I bring down what's left. I have z equals 328 minus 188. And I get 140. So z equals 140.